Down to 140 yesterday. I got to finish the rest of them. Go through, make sure everybody names right and shit. So let's talk about it. Billy Joe Saunders. Who does he fight? Who can he fight? He can fight. See, let's be realistic. It's his first fight signing with Matchroom. It's his first fight with them. All right. He's not. I don't think he's going to fight an Andrade in his first fight. I don't think he's going to fight he's supposed to be returning in October, early November. Late October, early November. So, Derevianchenko Golovkin is going to be announced any day now. Canelo, he is dick hard about fighting Kovalev if Kovalev beat Anthony Yarde next week. That's next week. We're going to be here full coverage, covering the fight week events, press conference live, the final press conference, meaning I wonder if they'll do a media call. Probably not. The weigh-in we're going to be covering. We're going to be here for a pre-fight show and a beta test post-fight live show where we're going to be going live moments after the fight. Something that we rarely have. I've never done, surprisingly. So, Danny Jacobs is at 168. He's saying he's not, and his team is saying he's done with 160. You know, it just was too much on him. Billy Joe was the WBO 168-pound champion. If you don't know, if you're ranked if you're a champion, you have to fight somebody who's ranked in the top 15, unless it's a unification. And it's not going to be a unification. But look at it like this. He can also fight anybody in the top 15 of the WBO 160-pound rankings, too. So, of course, Eddie Hearn, you know, they're going to put the spin on it. It's not even really a spin. That's business. You know that, well, you know, it's his first fight, you know, under us. You know, we want to give him a good, tough fight and then move him on to the guys like Chris Eubanks and all that. Who's his number one contender? There's currently no WBO number one contender. But look at the top five. Ew. Like, look at this. You know? Look. It's barren up there. So, remember, PBC, Al Heyman is very dominant over, you know, up at 168. With three of his guys, you might as well say, I look at Chris Eubank Jr. as an Al Heyman fighter. I view him as an Al Heyman fighter, even if not officially. He's supposed to be fighting sometime here in the States later on this year or early next year. Avni Yildirim is the mandatory for the winner of David Benavidez, Anthony Durrell, which is happening on the undercard of Spence versus Porter. That press conference is later on today at 2:30 Eastern. We're going to be streaming that. So we're doing 2 streams today. Caleb Plant is very likely going to fight the winner of Peter Quillen, Caleb Truax. This is happening later on this month. I forgot it. This is happening August the 31st. The card headlined by Laura versus Ramon Alvarez, Canelo's older brother. And then you have Callum Smith. So Billy Joe can fight Callum Smith. That fight can be easily made. But does Eddie Hearn and DAZN want to do that right now? Like, say, okay, you signed with us. Let's throw you right in there against Callum Smith. After all, his last fight was a guy by the name of Isu Serafi or Serafi Isafa or some shit. So, looking at 160, he can fight all of these guys. You know, Jamal Charlo is still, you know, on the outside looking in. Jamal Charlo also can possibly fight Chris Eubank Jr., by the way. So, for hardcore boxing fans, look at it. Who could he possibly fight? You think they'll do fucking Billy Joe versus Salusky? Bramer? I think they can do Bramer. That's what I was thinking too. Unless they try to do Salusky. Luke Keeler just got that upset win. I covered this fight. Crazy. Over Luis Arias. You think they're going to do him versus... he can't. This was on ESPN Plus. BT Sports. So they probably got an option on him since he won. So let's count Luke Keeler out. Unless he can fight, they'll probably do some. Unless, you know, the zone, Eddie Hearn can pick him up. Saunders will fuck up again. He better stay in shape. Make sure you pay attention to those vital rules because ain't nobody gonna be trying to hear that shit. Let's look for opponents. Damn it. Pay attention, man. Y'all pay attention. Who? Now remember, he can get a big fight against Callum Smith. You know, with Demetrius Andrade, who has nothing right now. Even a Danny Jacobs, who has nothing right now. You think they're going to go right ahead? Be honest. You think they're going to go right ahead and sign Billy Joe and then put him right in there in the fire? Bramer's already fighting. Oh, all right. You think they're going to throw him in the fire? You think he's going into the flames? The flames? That'd be nice if they go Saunders, Demetrius Andrade, or Saunders versus Danny Jacobs right away. That'd be nice if we can get that in October. I don't think they're going to do that. Boxing has never shown. They don't do that. When it's boxers, they don't do that. Like sign somebody up. Look at fucking Fury, for crying out loud. Now, we're going to talk about Fury in about the next 10 minutes or so. But, you know, welcome to Matchroom Fight Pending. Yeah, I don't think so, man. That's not how we've been seeing it work. They're not going to sign him up and then say, all right, super fight. You know? You know he got some front-end money or some shit, right? Hearn is desperate for fighters who draw subscribers. They got to be. And actually, you should think that the zone, you know, this does help out, you know, if the zone had any beef with Eddie about some shit. You know, he got him Billy Joe Saunders, you know? That's a big-ass signing. And that further secures your hold on 160 pounds, but also, you know, put some bargaining power there at 168 because now you have two champions at 168 versus the two at PBC. So there's two like Top Rank and BT Sport. They have no chips at 168 pounds. And we really don't know what Dimitri Bivol is really doing next. You know? Bivol last fought Joe Smith on the zone. But he said he would fight at 168. He said he would fight at 168. We'll see. We'll see. Let's move on.